Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Ducato with another car podcast as I get my ass to work. If y'all haven't done so, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and then drop a comment after the video. Today's video, I just want to preach calm to the Manchester United Francs. People, it is the World Cup. Stop overreacting about news, transfers, who we're supposed to be getting, who we're not getting, why Matthias Fernandes situation is going one way. It is the World Cup. Every World Cup movement is not had until either closer to the World Cup being ended or after the World Cup ended. A lot of players who are signed before the World Cup, those are deals that were made well before, or conversations were had well in place from before. I'm saying all to say that we will get the signings over the line. I firmly and ultimately believe we will get those signings over the line. It's just we need to practice patience. This is every World Cup year. This happens. People start overreacting. People start going crazy. People start, saying, "Oh, United, we're not, blah 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 blah." It's our time will come. The signings will happen. Let's just get the right profiles in. We need to stop overreacting, getting ahead of ourselves, talking loosely, saying the first thing that comes to mind because we're upset or we're in our feelings. We're going to get the signings over the line. I feel it. I can guarantee it. It's just people, all eyes are on the World Cup. Even for us, every single team, we're looking to find, okay, are there any gems that we maybe have missed? Like that Buati guy where you're seeing like, are there different profiles, players, blah, blah, blah. And you got to be careful not to get gung-ho on that. But, this is the biggest stage. And the reason why I like this is because, when you can perform on the big stage or the biggest stage, then it bodes well, at least for me and my club during our club comps, where it's like, during those Premier League moments, imagine against, the big six or, Champions League, depending on on what our run can look like for there, right? Like, you need players that understand A, what it means, and then B, have the wherewithal and the mettle to actually go out there and execute under pressure, right? And so for World Cup, we're looking to see, okay, are there any starlets that we can maybe, get? So people, trust me, Matthias Fernandes will come over. I firmly believe we're going to be looking at doing a double deal, because a lot of reports are saying that Somerville has been popping up in a lot of our data reports, tracking reports, in terms of, dribbling, running, passing, pressing, the abilities that affect both offense and defense. He scored really high. So, I would expect us to get a double deal done. And I expect that double deal to be done in the region of, I want to say, $110 million. 110, maybe 120 million for those two players. If all reports are true, where Somerville is being listed for about 50, if I see my squad looking to pay about 60, 60 for Matthias, that's usually that's the 110. But then with add-ons, it might get us up to 120. I'm okay with that. You know what I mean? With them two players. Still need another mid, but I think that will come on the back of the sale. And then it's all about Marcus Rashford, man. this Rashford news, this Rashford business. I don't know about the Rashford business. You know what I mean? I think that time has passed. You know what I mean? I think that time has passed where reacclimating him to the squad, I think it does more of a detriment than positive. You know what I'm trying to say? I believe it's best for both parties for him to just seek a new adventure, right? If all reports are true that Bayern is in on him, then I believe it's either Bayern Munich or coming back to United. But I don't know if the fans are gonna embrace him like I think he may believe they could. You know, I understand he's from the area, but sometimes, you know, when you left on such a bad note, you know what I mean? It could impact it could impact the way people view you. And I think this is that case. You know, the fact that a lot of fans before he left were saying he looks lazy, he's not even trying. Look at all the gaps in the space. He doesn't care about the team or the dignity of the squad. Like, there's just so much coming out there, right? And so for that to like be the message, and then now you're seeing you're trying to see fast forward. Well, you know, I'll either stay at United, you know, do this other club, or, you know, but I don't want to be playing for another Prem team. And it's just like, okay, but you know the standard of what we're asking. Like, you know what I mean? Like, running is just the bare minimum. Like, you know the standard. So if you're not, you know, willing to do the standard, then it's just like, you know, why even bother? It's how I look at it, right? That's how I look at it. Like, why even bother? Like, why put yourself back into that situation for it to negatively impact, you know, your mentality, your mental health and things of that nature, right? Like, I think those are the things that, you know, we often overlook. It's just how negatively that can impact your mental health. You know, just hearing, you know, getting the worst from people, it might do a thing to you, right? So I would hope, you know, he's able to find greener pastures, and then really, 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 you know, just be comfortable, and just, you know, just knowing that, hey, I'm in a good situation, especially for a team like Bayern. I'm in a great situation. They win a lot. They're in Champions League. You know, they got a great squad, very fast, technically gifted, you know, high pressing. Like, he might be able to go into that situation and like learn and maybe reinvigorate himself, and who knows what that could do to his career, right? So coming back to Manchester United, I would say no. You know what I mean? Let's just give him his fond farewell, and then let's just start new, right? Like, as we said before, we want players who we feel are gonna die for the badge, quote unquote. You know, give it their all. You know, go above the, you know, the call, right? And unfortunately, I don't believe it's Rashford anymore. You know, and that's how the cookie crumbles. You feel me? But like I said, don't panic. It's the World Cup. We are gonna get our signings over the line. I promise. I solemnly believe Matthias Fernandes is still coming, will still come. If you remember the Brian and Bumble situation where Spurs tried to hijack it and Brentford wasn't trying to get him to come, like, it's one of those ones. It will happen. Patience is a virtue. Patience is a virtue. But yeah, that's just my little update that I wanted to give to y'all. Don't panic. And we got this. You know, who y'all cheering for in the World Cup? Let me know. Ghana, man, that 1-0 win over Panama is super, super, super big. But like I said before, drop a comment for me in the video if you agree with what I'm saying. Turn on your notifications, and of course, the most important thing, hit that subscribe button. Holla.